Hello world, PDR coming at you here with a 2019 Subaru Crosstrek. This is a super nice car for a super nice guy. And what we've got is a large dent in the center here. I wouldn't say large, I'd say maybe 50-cent piece size. Let me spin my hat around so that you guys can see the inspection of this dent. Now, we're out here in the elements, so please excuse the northwestern rain, but that's the way we do it in the Pacific Northwest. I'm getting this thing just a little bit warm. Most dent guys would want to just roll down this window, put a guard up in there and a wedge, slide their #1 tool in there like I would always do, and tool that thing out. But to get the very, very finest results, I'm going to use the grommet, come right through with either Bertha or my pirate hook. And Bertha's got a little bit of Tessa tape on it. And as we look down this panel, you can see there's a tiny one right here, dime size. And then down here, there's also one that's very tough to see. I can move the board for you, or you can get down to this angle and see there's one down here. We'll do all three of these in this video. Let's try to do them uncut. I'm just getting this warm to the touch. Obviously, this little propane heat gun isn't super powerful. It's very, very weak, just to be honest, which is a good thing when you're talking about putting heat on paint. I probably should just use the torch. Did that in 20 seconds. Now we can hear. I'm gonna grab Bertha and just check my access. I already took #1 in there and checked my access. Pardon? I'm just gonna go right up to that big boy and just give him a little bit of love and say, okay, I see that. I see you there. Time to get my favorite tool out. Stand liner pirate hook with hologram. So yes, original stand liner tool. Are you jealous? It's because they're sold out. Never find them. Every time I try to buy one of these tools, they're sold out. They're so good. So I'm rocking right on that big one, and I'm just gonna kind of walk myself into the center here, guys. I'd love it to be 110, 120 degrees. I'd love it to be very, very nice and warm, but I just got it up to about 80, and I'm just gonna take my time, take it out nice and slow. Just kind of, I'm not even rocking and rolling and moving. I'm just kind of doing it the way I normally do a dent. But now I'm giving it a little bit of a roll, because that's the prestige of this stand liner tool, is being able to kind of roll around a dent. And on that note, I will say just something on the side. When I have a door open like this, and I've got a piece of electronics sitting in the rain, I'm going to put my rag over it. So if you want to get a really quick view of this, right down here, I just put my rag over it so none of his electronics get rained on. You know, the little thing there. Let's just try to be as careful as possible. And I thought I'd say that. Oops. Let's not make any mistakes. Make sure we didn't make a high spot. My tool is right there. Let's get her warm again. This time I'm going to get it nice and warm. You can see that when that frost goes away, it's going to be at 70. I could get my little thermometer, but that would mean Mr. Preparedness have to walk away to the van and walk back. But I'd say we got 40% of that dent out with one little push in the middle. It's got a slight scuff through the center of it, but we'll get it looking good. We'll get it looking great, and then we'll take out that one and this little one, which both have scuffs also, get the perfected on it, and then wipe those scuffs right off. So here we go. I'd say it's not warm at all. It's about 80. Just getting it as hot as I can, real quick. Yeah, it's only up to about 80, but it's definitely what we want to move this metal, considering that right now it's about 53 degrees out. So the difference in the 40-degree temperature is everything. I'm going to dial right in and take this dent out. Hopefully you'll have a visual, because I'm on it. I'm on the center. And I'm basically going to just walk it back towards me. Keep that metal nice and tight all the way through with all my pushes. That's the nice thing about the stand liner tool, is you can actually move it around without lifting. For the last 23 years, every time I've made a push, I've lifted my tool up. And for the last, what, year and a half or 2 years of having this pirate hook, it's almost like learning a new way to do dent. Well, it is. It's learning a new way to do dents, which I haven't done ever. And that's being able to be more precise. So it's kind of a good thing. I like them. I'm also gonna, it's not a sponsored video by any means. I sure gonna try to get more stand liner tools, but there's also that Reaper rods set, which I want to get. So big shout out to whatever that is, Jim at Real World Dent, who showed me those Reaper rods. So now I've got a little tight tug in the center where I made that first high spot, and I'm just going to kind of push the rest of this back of the dent out and then tap down that little high. And she's at 95 to 96% right now. And once I get it up to the 98, flushing 99, kind of cresting, looking like it just wants to blend into everything, we'll give it a little polish and then come back and do the finish work on it. Yeah, that's coming out nice. Let me give a couple more pushes before I grab the polish. I'm gonna go right in front and make a couple more pushes to tighten out that area. And if I could actually hit this little spot that I want to, I wouldn't even have to tap down. I could literally just kind of clean this right now. But I think I'm going to just do what I said, which is finish off this little low, nice and flush. Check my cross angle, which is something we call cross-checking. Just take a different look at it. Really carefully rub off a little bit more of little Pacific Northwest salty sea dirt. And then take a look at it through here where I can actually see there's a little low that I could not see with the other angle. So we get right up there, we get really detailed, and finish that off. I might end up with a little high ridge that I'm going to tap down. I should end up with a little high ridge. I mean, unless I literally make this push perfectly, which I almost did. Okay, so I almost made a perfect push there, and I almost did a really good job. This is looking pretty nice. I gotta get that little scuff buffed off so I can see. So in this time is when I say, oh, I know, but I sure hope you can still hear me. But now is when I say, I sure do appreciate everybody that clicks on this video. I really do. We're just here to entertain, you know, maybe show you something you didn't know, but definitely just have fun and build hope for the future. So right here is where I see this little bit of squiggly line, but what I see the most is the like button that you're pushing right now. And then I see that little scuff. Do you see what I did there? So I grab a little Perfect It, get that scuff off. I'm basically just using the weight of the rag. I'm not pushing at all, just spinning it. And after I see it to get a little bit sluffy and dry-y, I don't know how those technical terms are, but then I give it a little bit of pressure. This stuff is not gonna leave it hazy. It's gonna leave it shiny. It's a Perfect It polish 3M product. The only stuff I'll use. And I just realized that my hammy and tappy is still in the van, so Mr. Preparedness is awesome. And let's go for this little scuff, because this dent will literally take about 30 seconds to get out. The scuff will probably take longer than the dent itself. Let's go down to this one, give it a little bit of stuff. And this one I am kind of scrubbing. I'm putting about 4 pounds of pressure on my finger right here, because this one actually has a scratch through the paint. Nothing I can do about that, but I can get all the white little marks around it off. And so it's just going to be a tiny little hairline scratch in the paint. And then when it's flat, it'll be really tough to see. After it grabs a little bit of dirt, it'll turn it back into that again, unless he touches it up. But that's what I would just suggest to the customers. We get the dent out real nice. He puts one little tiny bit of touch up right on that little scuff. And this one, fortunately, didn't get scratched. So now let's go back to our initial angle, which I believe it was right here, but I'm going to move the board up to here. Get it nice and tight, and hopefully you guys will have an angle there. So we grab Cappy, and I am just right there with this little high wave. The babiness of Caps is about half a pound of pressure, guys. So hopefully you can hear me. Oh, right, we're just using the standard phone mic. Haven't done this in a while, but literally just left all the recording gear at the house. So it's a tiny little wave. It's got a little low spot that I'm gonna actually move the board to get out. I would be perfectly fine with stopping right there, but what I want to do is make it as good as I possibly can. And you can see what we're looking at now. The amount of detail that I'll have to get into it is just super precise. So here's all we got to do is get real precise, get my fog line, get my pirate hook, arg, and get right up in there and say once again, thanks everybody for clicking on the video. And I could mess with the 98 to 99 for an hour and no one would notice the difference. So what I'm going to do is change tools, because the pirate hook is great when it's a large, long, flat, low dent like that one was. But what I want to do with these little guys is just dial right in. So I'm probably just going to grab number 1, do this little tiny dent right now, bada bing. How about we give the 10-second special. All right, are you guys on it? We're right here. 3, 4, I'm counting my pushes, not the time. 5, 6, oh, 7. Is that a 7 pusher? 8, 9. And just for good measure, we'll push on it 10 times. That dent's bow, bada bing. Up here in the front, please excuse the background noise. Those are men doing us a service. And I hope they get them. Okay, I notice that there's a little slight wave right here, even 4th dent right here. So very tough. It's behind the brace. I'm just kind of sneaking in there and getting that one out real quick because I didn't. Okay, guys, I had to cut off the Tessa tape off of my tip here. Let's do this last little dent. It's what I call a freebie. And once again, it's a real nice car for a real nice guy. And what we're gonna do is everything we possibly can to make this look right. And now that I'm taking this dent out, I'm seeing that last little bit of wave on that one above it, which all I need to do really is just grab a different tool and push on that about 4 times, and I'll do that off camera. Just finishing off this little baby dent. Let's it's still there. Gonna have the finest of angles, and I'm basically just gonna push right on that. I'm at the end of it, so I'm gonna push right where it is actually scratched. It's kind of a tip, kind of a little tip trick, guys. if the paint is damaged at all, then obviously the greatest impact was right where that paint is damaged, right? Because that's the most amount of damage took that paint off. So if I've got a little tiny scrape or a little tiny scratch, I almost use that as a guide to know where the center of impact was. Because sometimes it's not the center of the dent, it's the center of the tension of the metal and the impact. And it'll roll to one side. Like this dent is out, but I didn't take it out evenly. I went from front to back on it, and then I didn't go right into the center is what I meant. Anyway, we're looking good. I'm gonna just try to get to right here with my other tool after we get off camera. But other than that, let's just take a quick little look at it. The one we did here. Oh, it does have a little wave to it. Now that I see it with my Crosstrek, and I know I can get right to it, I'm gonna do it. I think that what we are with battery and timing though, I'm gonna just finish this off camera. This is a tiny little wave of about 2%. And it'd be very tough to film because you'd be in the rain. So guys, I will say it once again, thanks for clicking on the video. If you would, hit that subs up button and that like sub button and the notifications bell and all the little things. Share it with all your friends and family, even if they don't even care. Just share it with them. Other than that, I'll just say the thing. This has been PDR and I'm out. God bless you all.